it was huge for me because I had never been to a dance, I think, at that time, and that's why it like meant a lot. It's gonna be like a mock dance, but it kind of felt like a dance to me. And I got to dance with this supermodel. That woman was
that
beautiful.
wasn't bad.
Daniel,
good.
that's really. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you go to dances after that?
Afterwards, yeah.
Afterwards, yeah. Did you go to prom and stuff and like homecoming or not?
I was never into prom. I went with a young lady who I had gone to middle school with. I went to her like prom at Poly High School. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so I went to her little prom.
And you didn't go to prom?
No. My prom was
Our
the
little
series wrap of Ned's Declassified. We had a prom theme wrap party for season 3, which was we knew the show was over. It was our last time on that set.
I remember.
And it was prom, and we were dating, so you were like, I had like a real date, right? Like that was my prom because I wasn't going to high school.
Dope.
Yeah, it was pretty precious.
That's really, really precious.
Yeah, I still remember, like, of all the things I remember from Ned's, I still remember that night, that prom night, like, the party was held in the gym part of the set, like the big open part of the set, and the rest of the set was just kind of like dimly lit and quiet because no one was in there, but it was literally the last time we were going to be on it. So, like, I remember, like, walking through it by myself and, like, just feeling the emotion of, like, this phase is ending, and like just that beautiful like sad emotion. It was gorgeous. I still remember just walking through the quiet hallways.
I went home with Carly that night and Missy Meany, and we were sitting in the back of the car, and her dad was in the front like driving us, and we both just started crying, and it hit me a little bit later. It was really sweet.
Realizing this nugget of time was over. I mean, that hit. That hit. Yeah. Even though I think we were all okay with it ending. I feel like all of us were okay going like, cool.
Yeah.
We've done
next.
We've done it. What's next? I feel like all of us felt like that. Like when they told us high school wasn't going, that was the option at the end of Ned's was to continue the series, but we had to change it because we were kind of done with high school, or middle school, even though we didn't graduate on the show. Like that was over. So the next show would have had to been high school. They would have changed the dynamic, and it was pitched to Nick, and they just didn't pick it up. And I remember when they told us, I think all of us were like, all right.
Yeah.
Like we weren't like pining for it. Although now, deep into my 20s, I was like, why didn't we do high school? What the fuck, man? Bruh. Keep this thing going. Keep me employed, man.
Yeah, for real. There was a lot more to it, but I think we also left it intact. Like there was no extra.
It's so true. It was left tight. It really is.
Yeah.
So weird that I mean I don't understand how sales work like this, but so weird that Netflix picked up 2 seasons when we only have 3 total.
Yeah.
Like right now, only 1 and 2 are on Netflix.
Yeah.
Paramount has all of them, but so weird considering we only have 3.
Right.
It's not like
they just want something to be able to.
I don't know. Like I don't even understand how that. Like I don't understand
how is that beneficial to either party,
to anyone. Like we only have 3 seasons. You can take it all, baby. But so fun watching back, man. So many memories, and like I said, dances has like stuck in my head as like one of the, I don't know. It was a different episode for us. Like we're all pretty much in the gym. They've
remember
decked
that one.
it out. Gordy's big in this episode. He's chasing the weasel the whole time.
Across the table.
Yes.
He knocks the basketball out of Seth's hands. Like,
Go get it, boy.
Go get it, boy. Go get it. Yeah.
He's like full Caddyshack. Like at this point, Bill Murray chasing. I mean, he. For anyone who hasn't seen Caddyshack, it's a movie from back in the day. But Bill Murray plays a like groundskeeper of a golf course, and he chases a fucking groundhog the whole time, and that was Gordy's inspiration. That was Darren Norris's like thing, was being Bill Murray. And this episode, it's like on.
There was a punch bowl.
Yep.
Yep.
And Moze is doing the great thing. She's empowered herself beyond her crush. Like she's like, I'm coming to the dance with friends, and I'm gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna vibe the whole time. Like you just vibe the whole time.
That's actually how I went to dances. Is I went so I stayed in touch with Notre Dame people, and I still went to some of their dances, but I just went stag with my ladies.
It's called going stag.
Yeah,
going stag.
Stag.
Gotta go stag.
Stag. We'll take the stag.
Give me that stag.
Are we all gonna fit in this stag?
Hold on. What's that situation?
No, I was like a jag, stag. I don't know.
Why
Why is it called going stag? Are stags female?
No, stag's the male deer.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What
so
the
why is it called going stag? That's interesting.
Is it called going stag? Am I making something up?
No,
Thank you,
no, it's
Alberto.
called going stare.
I've heard
No,
of
I
it.
know.
Going stare? Ooh. Stop and
Someone knows. Alberto usually knows what things mean.
Alberto
what
knows
things
everything.
mean.
Do you guys ever feel like, so I feel like I am definitely more masculine than feminine. Do you guys believe in that masculinity and femininity in each person? And do you ever, like, when do you feel those things
Yeah.
activated? in
Yeah,
you?
I feel like we all have, like, masculine and feminine is like a kind of an energy that exists. Like, it's out there in all things, and I think we all have a different balance and relationship to the masculine and feminine energy in each of us. I felt like my feminine side was developed early with my sister and my mom, like whatever, the arts, receptivity, sensitivity, like being in touch with my emotions, all these things. I feel like my feminine side was really developed, and it took later in my life to, I don't know, get more grounded in good masculinity and in the strength of my own masculinity and the importance of, for me as a man, I realized, like, oh, this is important to me. There are masculine traits that are important to me. Their toxic masculinity is just toxic masculinity. There is masculinity
Positive
that's
masculinity.
important. I mean, and it matters that we as men, like, embody these things.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about toxic femininity?
Because that's there too, man.
It is.
But it's
we
like,
don't hear
it's
that
not a
much. It's not really
buzzword like
termed.
Nope.
that.
Nope, it's
you
not.
know? And it's like, I think, like I said, going back to, like, women got to take women back for women and then lead the charge with, like, everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Because you can only ask a man to do so much for this women. Like,
Yes.
not even asked to do so much, but, like, we have to draw the roadmap. And we don't have that right now, right? Like, that's why there's so much confusion. Like, we got to put the roadmap back, and that's relearning our own feminine. And I had the exact opposite. Like, I felt like from an early age, I kind of, like, you know, I grew up with a single mom, and that there was some enmeshment there, and I kind of felt like I needed to be the protector of this place, and I was like the earner of this place, and I had to get it done. And so that, like, I think a huge part of my drug, probably a huge part of my trauma has just been developing that femininity and my fear of it. And it's been a wild ride, but so worth it. Like I said, like, so many qualities that I passed off as superficial before, right?
Yeah.
And like, they're just really vital to the female experience.
Yeah, I mean, on the masculine side, like, there's certain things that you can look at and go, that's superficial and that's bullshit. The way men tease each other, even the fighting, even the MMA, even the fighting thing. That's what I was gonna say.
Because I can see the way you're talking about it, and I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. There are certain things in both masculinity and femininity that you can look at from the outside and just judge as fucking superficial. But if it's been in our humanity for as long as these things have, there's probably more depth there than you realize, and more like gold to get. And that's what I had to realize. I judged a lot of masculine traits. I judged them like everyone fucking else, because you can see where masculinity can go really wrong.
Yeah. And it's potent when it does go wrong.
It's potent. You can see men who aren't in touch with their feminine in any way, and you can see the toxicity there. Like, it's a thing. I get it. But to throw all that shit out, I feel like I was doing that for a little while. I was against anything that felt like whatever. But there's a depth there to, there's a thing with men and, like, shitting on each other, but in a way that's like
positive and uplifting you to say, hey, I'm gonna steal you and harden you,
I'm gonna
so
strengthen
that the environment doesn't harm.
Yes.
And for me, like, the we can base it in gender, like, okay, feminine, masculine for sure, but, you know, there are some creatures that don't even possess, like, either this gender or the other gender.
Right.
So I try to look at femininity as almost like going with the flow of the environment, regardless of what that environment might be. And then masculinity being trying to guard against the environment. And so we have these different traits.
Beautiful,
that arise, but they're all useful. It's just you can't have too much of
and they're useful in all of us. That's why I say masculinity and femininity, not male and female. Like non-gender, we all have both of these in us. You have to get to know both of these things.
And I feel like because toxic femininity is not as blatant, physically harmful, loud as toxic masculinity, it's kind of passed off more superficial, like makeup, this, that, and other, like skincare. Like it's wrapped up in all of this like commerce, and it's not considered harmful. I mean, it's considered almost bad. More like it's not considered harmful in the text. It's just like, I'm a bitch. That's just who I am. That's toxic. That's toxic femininity.
Yeah.
Anybody that you can't trust, you know, around your boyfriend, that's toxic femininity. Like there are so many instances that are so normalized for that. And it's just that women don't support women. And I think that's like the surge we're seeing again. But there's this super like, jealousy.
What's up, guys? Thank you for watching this episode of Ned's Declassified Podcast Survival Guide. If you can't get enough of us, we got clips over on the PodCo YouTube channel. You can check them out there. And if you really can't get enough of us, we got a ton of extra content and live streams and live Q&As on Patreon. And that helps support this podcast and help us keep going and make it possible. So we love you for that. Check out the links in the description, and thanks for tuning in.